Hi, I'm John Mousseau, and I am here today at USF Manatee, and there is a conference on Ukraine and the financial and economic impacts of the war in Ukraine going on. Along with me is Bob Bunting. Bob is the CEO of the Climate Adaptation Center here in Sarasota, and longtime meteorologist. And Bob, I have a few questions for you. Let's talk about Ukraine first. We know that there's big disruptions in gas supplies, requirements to pay for gas in rubles. We also know that there's a lot of issues going on in Ukraine now with the plantings and such of wheat. So could you comment on those issues?
Yes, well, of course, the energy supplies are a big deal from a climate perspective because let's say we switch somewhat to coal during this crisis in the Ukraine because of supplies not coming in. Then coal, of course, is the worst fossil fuel, and it adds more heat to the atmosphere than, say, natural gas, for example. So we'll have short-term impacts for that, and it's important for the world getting to net zero that these kinds of things don't keep happening because it's getting in the way of our progress. But on the wheat side too, the farmers there in a war-torn country are not planting wheat, and the Ukraine is one of the largest wheat producers in the entire world. So that's impacting the price of wheat, which is doubled and which may go up even higher in light of the fact that the US is also in the wheat growing areas in a severe drought right now. So the cost of wheat and everything made by wheat will continue to stoke inflation for the rest of the year.
Right, some resonance right through our economy, adding pressures to what's already a higher degree of inflation.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we're also almost at the end of April, which means we're within a month of the hurricane season starting, and I'd like to get your perspective on how you see this year's hurricane season.
Well, thanks for that question. The Climate Adaptation Center just put out its 2022 hurricane forecast, and unfortunately, it's going to continue to be a very active season. We're expecting 22 named storms, which is 50% more than normal, and perhaps 3 to 5 major hurricanes in the Atlantic, the Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico. So here in Florida, we need to be very aware, but it's just not Florida. It's the Gulf Coast, it's the East Coast of the United States, and it could be another barn burner of a season coming up.
Wow, it's one after another. We know those high hurricane seasons cause a lot of havoc on everything from energy to materials as people try to rebuild. So
we've had about $250 billion worth of damage from hurricanes in the United States over the last 3 years. It's getting to be serious amount of.
Your forecasts are always good, and we hope you're wrong.
I do too. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.